to be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Grieving mother of an 8th grader who was killed yesterday in North Philadelphia is demanding answers. She wants to know why her son was able to leave school early, getting shot on North 15th Street on his way home.
All right, guys, so this is the 15-year-old 8th grader who was shot and killed, who had the white Air Forces in the book bag. This is the story that I did earlier this week. So, we're going to see what Ma Duke says, because apparently he was let home early from school, or maybe he was playing hooky, you know?
Eyewitness News reporter Matt Petrillo is at the scene. And Matt, you spoke with the teenager's mother. What did she have to say?
Well, it's been such an emotional day for her and for so many who knew that boy who just turned 15 years old. Behind me, there is a memorial of candles and flowers and more where he was gunned down.
I need to know why.
This grieving mother is now planning her son's funeral after 15-year-old Juan Carlos Robles Corona.
Oh, man. So it was a burrito team. So, you know, a lot of people were in the comments saying 15-year-old 8th grader. Why is he 15-year-old? Because, you know, most commonly you're going to be 13 in the 8th grade, 12, 13, maybe 14 if you got a late birthday or early birthday. But, you know, unfortunately, he got caught lacking by a super gremlin on Demon Time.
Was shot and killed Monday.
I don't want no vengeance. I don't want nobody else to be shot. I just want to know what happened.
Dozens of people gathered near the shooting scene at 15th and Susquehanna Streets in North Philadelphia Tuesday to remember Juan's life.
When I found out, it really hurt my heart. Don't nobody deserve to die, but a child.
Police say the 8th grader at Duckery Elementary was ambushed about a block from his school and feet from his home.
Dang. So the question is now, was he involved in some of these internet beefs, the internet banging? Not saying that he deserved what happened, but, you know, you play with fire, you get burnt.
The 20 shots fired, alarming neighbors.
It was loud. I just didn't expect that it would have been a 15-year-old child, so that was very unfortunate.
Juan's mother says the shooting happened about 15 minutes before her son's school day ended.
I hold accountable the school. They would have called me and said, you know, Juan left school. I could have called them and said, go back to school, go back to school. He would have went back to school. He would have called me. He would have told me that he left the building.
So he left school. Maybe he was going to meet up with these dudes and run a fade or something. And they was like, F that, we gonna pull the straps. Who knows? You know, I'll see if I can find some other information on this kid. But it's horrible what happened.
A district spokesperson tells us school leaders are trying to figure out how the teen was able to leave school early. Back at the vigil.
I mean, it's not hard. If you go to one of these, any of these schools that are predominantly minority, right, then it's not that hard to skip class. You just leave. Honestly, ain't nobody finna stop you.
Juan's classmates wrote messages saying he'll be missed. Now his mother has this emotional plea.
Please, if you guys seen anything or have any video surveillance of what happened, please. As a mother, I just need to know what happened.
And we asked the Philadelphia School District for an on-camera interview to try to get more answers. We never heard back. Police tell us that they have not made any arrests, but they did recover.
Watch them. They're trying to blame the school. Oh, we tried to call the school and ask, why'd you let him leave, bruh? It ain't no let him leave. They just leave. They just leave. Some kids, they show up, go to a couple classes that they like and leave, or they pop in and out. Like, you can't stop them from leaving. These schools are beyond, like, discipline at this point. You'll have to change the whole, you'll have to overhaul the whole way that the school is ran. You'll have to turn to a military school. Like, seriously.
Police tell us that they have not made any arrests, but they did recover a weapon. Reporting live in North Philadelphia, Matt Petrillo, CBS 3.
No arrests, but they recovered a weapon. Did the weapon come from the 15-year-old burrito teen? That's weird.
Not made any arrests, but they did recover a weapon. Reporting live in North Philadelphia, Matt Petrillo, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Differences with words, not guns. Eyewitness News reporter Carrie Corrados. Community leaders are working on solutions to these crimes impacting children and area teenagers. They believe kids have the right to grow up safely and should settle their differences with words, not guns. Eyewitness News reporter Carrie Corrados spoke to one of those activists tonight. Carrie?
Yuki, good evening. She says there's no concrete answer to this gun violence epidemic here in the city. She says the goal is to reach out to the youth. She says it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of dedication.
3 teens gunned down in Philadelphia this week alone. On Tuesday, a 16-year-old was shot inside a home on Torstell Avenue. On Monday, a 13-year-old was shot while sitting in a car at 49th and Hoop Street. And also on Monday, 15-year-old Juan Carlos Robles Corona was shot and killed on 15th in Susquehanna near a school.
When I saw the book bag laying on the ground, I broke down and cried because it's pain that I know personally.
That's Dr. Dorothy Johnson Spite. She says her son was gunned down over a parking spot years ago. She founded Mothers in Charge, a violence prevention and education organization. They're also currently working with a group of young men and women on a weekly basis, helping them navigate grief and trauma in their lives.
Young people are so angry, you know. We got to find ways to help them deal with that anger. There needs to be more places that young people can go to get help.
Like programs, right? If I hear the word programs one more time, even the super gremlins are fed up with programs. They're like, at least give us a program where we can do demon time activities. Like, dang.
To have a voice, to be able to talk to someone.
She does her best to assist families every day impacted by violence, but hopes more information and resources become available citywide. She says she commonly hears mothers say they do not know who to turn to.
Sometimes they'll hear, well, we can't do anything until they get in trouble or until there's something happens and then we can get involved. No.
While solving the everyday violence is not going to be easy.
Got to keep doing what we're doing in terms of trying to reach them, help heal them, get them the mental health services and supports that they need.
And we posted a link for Mothers in Charge on our website. The city also launched a violence prevention hotline. That number is 211 if you need help. We're live tonight, Carrie Corrado, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Now at 5 o'clock, breaking news to get to a jury acquitting the man on trial for a deadly shooting after a Phillies tailgate 3 years ago. Taekwon Atkinson was found not guilty on all charges, including murder.
Wow. So this man kills the cop or the son of an officer, and he's found not guilty. And they say brothers is getting railroaded in the system. Look, I'm not really seeing that. You know, you see cases here and there, especially old cases that happened back before DNA evidence was available. But nowadays, dudes is getting off on murder. They getting, slaps on the wrist for carjackings. They getting low bonds for serious violent crimes. I mean, it's open season in the courtroom and on the streets, and it's just it's making things very easy for the super gremlin on Demon Time.
Atkinson taking the stand, testifying he was never at the scene. He was on trial for shooting and killing 20-year-old Nicholas Flacco, the son of a Philadelphia police chief inspector. The Penn State student was back home for his birthday in March of 2019 when he was shot and killed in South Philadelphia's FDR Park.
A Penn State student is being laid to rest today after coming home to celebrate his 20th birthday, only to lose his life in South Philadelphia.
Today's funeral is happening just hours after Nicholas Flacco's suspected killer was arraigned on murder charges. Action News reporter Catherine Scott is in Huntington Valley, where the services are being held.
Today, Nick Flacco is being laid to rest as the suspected gunman remains in custody. He was in town to celebrate his 20th birthday. Less than a week later, he's being laid to rest. Nicholas Flacco, a Penn State student with plans to join the Marine Corps, was shot and killed in FDR Park in South Philadelphia.
Dang. I wish he had that Marine Corps training, but then again, honestly, when it comes to these inner city situations, the Marine Corps ain't gonna help you avoid a super gremlin on Demon Time.
Survived by his parents, sister, and many members of his extended family, loved ones followed pallbearers into St. Albert the Great Church in Huntington Valley for the visitation and mass. The son of Philadelphia Police Chief Inspector Chris Flacco, fellow members of the force filed in to pay their respects. At an event last night, the police commissioner reiterated the grief.
Deeply sad for all of us. We're all very sad. We can't find the words.
The funeral comes a day after 19-year-old Taekwon Atkinson was arrested for Flacco's murder. Only Action News was there as Chester police and U.S. Marshals caught up with Atkinson. Trying to flee, he had climbed onto the roof of a store on Upland Street in Chester, and they cornered him.
So they got Taekwon, and apparently they believe this is the guy who did it. So what are we going to say about this, right? Because we have plenty of people saying, oh, the officers are killing us. Well, we killing their kids.
Only Action News was there as Chester police and U.S. Marshals caught up with Atkinson. Trying to flee, he had climbed onto the roof of a store on Upland Street in Chester, and they cornered him. They led Atkinson across the ladder of a fire truck to get him off the store roof, and they took him into custody. Police believe it was Atkinson who shot and killed Flacco last weekend. Early this morning, Atkinson was arraigned on 6 charges, including murder.
6 charges. So cops believe they got their guy.
Commissioner Ross says tips helped in his capture.
This is not magical. What helps us most is human intelligence, people picking up the phone to tell us what happened. And
okay, so the Communitas spoke up, it sounds like.
In this case, again, we're just deeply saddened by all of the events that transpired.
The burial is taking place this afternoon, immediately following the funeral.
All right, so speaking of people getting away with murder, the YNW Melly case has begun, the trial or whatnot. And we've had some celebrities come out and give their takes on what is going on, right? So we have Masika Kalisha, and this woman, she is one of these ratchet, loving hip hop chicks and whatever. But in this case, she's speaking facts. And she's had her violent interactions, especially on these reality TV shows. So, you know, it's almost like the pot calling the kettle black, but she ain't caught no bodies. But YNW Melly is in a situation where, yes, he potentially, allegedly caught a couple bodies. So anyway, she says, quick question for all you dumb A-word rappers claiming Melly didn't murder his two unsuspecting homeboys in cold blood with all the evidence pointing to him. I just want to know, if he ain't do it, who you think did? The gunshots came from Melly's seat inside of the car, and he rode around. She also says, with they dead bodies for hours before taking them to the hospital with his fake drive-by shooting story. So she got a little bit of that wrong. Melly actually, I believe, did not drive the dead bodies. That was his homeboy, the light-skinned dude, who's also on trial with him. It was another YNW dude. I don't remember his name. But anyways, Melly, he actually went and I think changed his clothes and did all this. Okay, right. So she says now how the car was shot up, but Melly and the driver ain't get hit, and how they was killed from gunshots from inside the car at close range, and the same gun was later used to shoot up the outside of the car after the two young men were ruthlessly murdered. Not to mention Murder on My Mind is basically a narrative of how he murders his friend. And then she dropped a link. They were childhood friends, SMH, lock Melly away and throw away the key. So she said, lock his behind up. All right. And conversely, we have Meek Mill, who says, free him. Okay. He says, free him. And I wanted to go over a famous internet guy's take, Charleston White. Obviously, Charleston White has said some things that I don't agree with at all. But on this, he's kind of right. He's definitely very entertaining, and he does his little thing on YouTube and whatnot. So shout out to him. But he has a take that really stood out to me, and I think a lot of people. And I want to know what you guys think. Is he spitting facts or no? So let's get into it.
It is. You got rappers killing people. Y'all cry like a mother. King Von died. King Von rapped about killing people, bragged about killing people.
So he said you have rappers killing people, which is true. Everybody cried when King Von got killed, which is true. But King Von rapped about killing people, and he actually did kill people. Okay. Apparently he had 12 bodies. One of them being a female. So a female killer, but nevertheless, he's speaking facts.
So when he got killed, everybody saying, long live King Von. Why y'all not saying free Tim?
And Tim is the guy who is Quando Rondo's brother who shot King Von. He goes by the rap name Lil Tim. So he makes a good point there. Why don't y'all scream free Lil Tim?
We ain't got the facts, Meek Mills. Why we ain't saying free Lil Tim? We ain't got the facts about King Von case yet. So how about we say free Lil Tim? Since if we gonna be real, Meek Mills, how about we say free Eric Holder, the nigga that killed Nipsey Hussle?
So Eric Holder, aka Dookie Cuz, right? He killed Nipsey Hussle in cold blood. Why don't we say free him either? Okay. Same thing. Same point.
How about we say free Eric Holder, the nigga that killed Nipsey Hussle? We ain't got the full facts yet, Meek Mills. Yeah, free Lil Timmy. Drop the charges on him. How about we just drop the charges on Lil Tim and let him walk free for killing King Von? Since we want to free murderers now, let's free Eric Holder. Let him get out for. Here it is. You got rappers. Eric Holder. Let him get out for killing Nipsey. Free Eric Holder. But Tim ain't free, nigga. Free ain't probation. Hell no. We want. If y'all want YMW Melly free, let's free Eric Holder.
So this is something that we do in the community. We rep for Super Gremlins on Demon Time. Like we rep for that. Like we want. We're rooting for him. We rooted for TK when he was involved in all types of BS. Rooting for YNW Melly. All right. So this thing has gotten out of hand.
Mills for killing Nipsey Hussle. Let's be fair all the way around the board for the killers, right? Oh, we're not talking about people. We talking about Meeky Mills. We talking about the Meekster. Bunny Hoppin' Meek. You know, like Money Making Mitch, we got Bunny Hoppin' Meek, nigga. Yeah, Bunny Hoppin' Meek, nigga. How about we free Eric Holder for killing Nipsey Hussle? If we go free YMW Melly, let's just come. I'm gonna pose this question to the black community and to the hip hop community. What does murder look like in the black community when on one holder hollering long live and the other part of the village is hollering free the killer? Y'all wonder why we so divided. And here it is, you got these rap like Meek Mills hollering about free the killer, who sung about it and rapped about it. So I say, let Lil Timmy off. Let the man who killed Nipsey Hussle free him. What's the difference? What's the difference in who YMW Melly killed and Eric Holder killing Nipsey Hussle? What's the difference? We hadn't got the facts yet. We don't know what Nipsey Hussle did to make that man kill.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. All right, guys. So we've got a lot to talk about. Charleston White actually ended up shooting himself in the club, in the strip club. He shot himself. Everybody's making fun of him online. So we're going to cover it. We're going to give the Twitter perspective because, like I said before, I don't agree with Charleston White on everything, but the overall premise, I do, okay? The overall premise, I definitely agree with. Now, there are some outlandish things that that he said that I don't agree with, but he's cleaned up a lot of those things, you know, and I think that his voice matters, especially since he's talking about very similar things that I'm talking about, which is the destruction of the community by these super gremlins on Demon Time, and just the overall dysfunctionality that goes on in the community. Let's see. So Twitter is saying that they saying Charleston White shot himself last night. All right. So here you go. Somebody said, nobody more internet smart than Charleston White. Dude, a genius. Why do you hate Ye and sit and try to make sense of Charleston White? What do he be saying? That's profound. All right. So people are clowning Charleston White. Let's see. They saying niggas made Charleston White famous for telling that shit crazy. As I mean, people should get some respect and notoriety for snitching on these super gremlins. I wholeheartedly agree. They said Charleston White with the new Cheddar Bob. So basically, Cheddar Bob is, I believe, the guy who shot himself in the leg in 8 Mile. So they're saying that Charleston White is the new Cheddar Bob. Mr. Jake the Great said with the $4.99 super trap says, "Hey yo, we outside." Facts.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside.
We are definitely outside with it, and it looks like Charleston White was actually clutching in the club, and he ended up shooting himself. Maybe them niggas tried to press him in the club. Maybe them super gremlins tried to press him, and he, shot on accident. But like I said, guys, like that one chamber in the head thing is not the smartest thing to do, in my opinion, unless you have a safety on your weapon, which a lot of these guys don't do. Imagine if he had a switch, though, on that, like an automatic switch, he would have been out of here because it would have fired more rounds in a second than he could have recovered from. So, I mean, and he's an older man, too. So shooting yourself as a older man is a very dangerous thing. I mean, even being young, but there's a lot of complications that could come up. So hopefully he recovers from this. But obviously people on social media are clowning him. All right. So let's see. Let's see. We're going to go to this article of Freddie Gibbs reacting to YouTuber Charleston White reportedly shooting himself. Then we're going to get into some news. We're just going to bounce around. But as you can see, reports of YouTuber Charleston White shooting himself are making rounds on the internet, and Freddie Gibbs is reacting to the incident. Early Friday morning, September 16th, reports began to surface that controversial YouTuber Charleston White suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound while partying at a strip club in Dallas. I mean, and the fact that they let him get his fire in the club is different. They let him bring the banger in the club. I mean, they must really trust and respect him, but I bet they won't be doing that no more. Okay. Freddie Gibbs responded to the news on Twitter, appearing to revel in the fact that White had injured himself in such a strange way. God did, Freddie Gibbs commented on a Twitter post about the incident, referencing DJ Khaled's now famous catchphrase, God did. Okay. News of Charleston White shooting himself was reported this morning by Instagram user Miss Princess Scuts. Okay, so let's go to her page. It sounds like she is an absolute smut. Okay, yeah, so she's a stripper. It appears at the strip club. So it says Dallas living, last account deleted. We'll go to her page. I know y'all want to see some ass. You want to see some ass? Okay, so she thinks she doing everything that she does as a stripper. She said, phew, today been something else. Let me just go turn to God, cause baby stressing ain't gonna get me my blessing. Hell nah. Key Talk Media, Mafia. Make sure Charleston White okay. He done shot himself up here at this damn booty club. Man, that mouth ain't no joke. You got to be careful what you wish and speak on people. I pray he good, though. So she's saying that this is basically karma. And y'all know we don't believe in karma over here. He basically made a mistake. He was drunk. He is a reckless individual. Okay. And this is what happens when you drink, you smoke and go to the club and you bring a weapon into the club. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. That's the reality of the situation. So let's see. Trash talking Charles allegedly accidentally shot himself tonight. This ish crazy. AF, the odds man. So I just want y'all to know I'm sick of it. Yo, the door was never open. Why he act like he hopped out? I don't know what this is, but obviously these Tatianas are, you know, exposing the Charleston White thing. So we actually have footage of him in the club that night right here. So let's take a look at this first. Let's take a look. Not them checking if he overdosed. I'm dead. And they probably didn't hear the shot because it's really loud in those clubs. So you hear the music. That's Pooh Shiesty. It's different killers around me each and every day. Make the wrong move will get you shot up in your face. So obviously, you know, I like different type of bars, me personally. Let's see what this young lady has to say. If you haven't booked your next interview with me already, yeah. Nah, prices just doubled. I survived. I'm doing 30-minute Zoom interviews today for $1,000. Oh, what the fuck? 30-minute Zoom interviews for $1,000? You got me fucked up. Nigga getting dances and grabbing the wrong people. Hold on, what the hell is this? She said, it's my mama still having my first magazine publishing for me. Okay, that's her mom having her first magazine publishing. Interesting. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much the end of that. But obviously, if y'all want to go follow Shorty, she's definitely double cheeked up, obviously manufactured. A lot of things on her are fake, but it is what it is. If y'all are into those types of chicks, you can definitely give her a follow. Let's see. News of Charleston White shooting himself was first reported this morning by Instagram. So yeah, there goes a post. And then people were making fun of him. Now let's get into Soulja Boy. Let's see, because Soulja Boy was taking shots too. Because as you guys know, Soulja Boy and Charleston White got into a little tiff, and Charleston White pepper sprayed him and his crew. Now he is making fun of Charleston White for shooting himself in the club.
What happened? Outside here shooting themselves in Cheddar Bob. That's a new name, Cheddar Bob. How you shoot yourself in the club? See, these niggas be so scary, bro. These niggas be so scary, bro. Nigga, Cheddar Bob.
And I will say a lot of brothers do make this mistake. We got Plaxico Burgess who made the mistake before of shooting himself. So, I mean, it is what it is. It happened. But I guess better safe than sorry. You know, this is a big mistake in my opinion when it comes to Charleston White, especially when it comes to firearm safety. And he potentially, I don't know if he could be charged for this, but because Texas is pretty lenient on the gun laws and he only shot himself. But can you bring a strap into the club like that? I don't know.
Nigga clutching so hard in the club, scared as fuck. Talking all this shit. Nigga done shot himself. Stupid ass nigga. Cheddar Bob. Yeah, that's what I just made yesterday though. Cheddar Bob.
So as you can see, these rappers have not learned anything from the PNB Rock situation, especially when it comes to flashing their money and flossing on other niggas.
Nigga so fucking scary. Put that gun down, sir, before you kill yourself. Stupid ass nigga. See what happened when you see what happened? Put that gun down, sir, before you kill yourself. Man, put that gun down before you hurt somebody, man. You already hurt yourself, man. Put that motherfucker down, man. You do not know what you're doing with that motherfucker, Cheddar Bob. Put that motherfucker down. Cheddar Bob. See, if you would have been getting some money, stand out grown folks' business, you probably would have shot yourself in the ass. How you shoot yourself in the ass, man? Stay out. Oh, shit. Put that gun down, son.
Like I said, obviously has not learned from the PNB Rock situation. They still gonna continue to flash thousands of dollars online for the wolves to see this.
Put that gun down. And get knocked out. Put that gun down, sir, before you kill yourself. Cheddar Bob. Put that gun down, son, before you hurt somebody.
And you heard the smoke alarm. This was an issue that PNB Rock had too. The smoke alarm was still beeping. It's like, bruh, y'all got millions of dollars and y'all don't know how to switch the battery in the smoke alarm. This is crazy.
Put the gun down, stupid ass, man. That nigga's in the club clutching that motherfucker too hard. He was clutching that motherfucker a little too hard, man. He was a little too scary, man.
So guys, as you can see, these niggas have not learned anything. I'm going to drop the link because we're just going to randomly cover stories that I've seen all day. I got a lot backlogged that I want to just get up out the way. So in LA, we have footage of these super gremlins preying on the elderly, going up in their crib and forcing them into the closet while they rob them in their own home. Okay. We got Mr. Jake Great in the building. What's good, sir?
Yo, it's good, Gen Z. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I just about to get into some shit like we always do. The community is looking crazy right now. Oh wow, we just found I just found a story about a Detroit police officer suspended for having OnlyFans. That's crazy. I'm dead. But yeah, man. So what do you think about Charleston White shooting himself?
Man, that boy has all that money and he just, bro, holsters are not even that expensive, bro. Just buy a fucking holster, bro. I don't know what's good with these niggas, bro. You could get a fire ass holster for like $200. These niggas just put in the waistband and this dumb shit happens. So
niggas be putting that shit in their pocket and then we'll have an extendo clip on that bitch.
Gross, man.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. We definitely need to teach gun safety in the community. It seems like a lot of people are shooting themselves, shooting kids on accident, all this type of stuff, kids getting access to guns. So that's something that we definitely need to be pushing more.
I agree.
Yeah, but man, I got a very shocking footage for you guys right now. I just want to pull up, let me see. I just want to pull up a news article if they have one. Okay. So yeah, let me see. Yeah. All right, so hold up. Yeah, man, it is looking wild up in here. All right, yeah, so we got longer footage of the incident. Man, it is not looking good in community. So obviously we're starting from point they're watching old westerns in their crib. Nice crib. But of course this is LA. So he forces them into their own crib. These super gremlins are tall and skinny. Okay. And I'm gonna just mute you in the background. Jake, it sounds like you got some interference going on. But tall and skinny super gremlins, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask. And they're forcing these nice elderly gliders into their home. Their own home.
I'll get the closet. Get the closet right now. Get in the closet. I'm not. Get the closet right now. Get in the closet. Hurry up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Wow. And she went straight in the closet. She said, "Come on, baby. It's routine. This is just what we got to do." Imagine surrendering in your own home like this. And if these two super gremlins would have got shot and killed, they would have been deemed racist. Link is in the chat, guys. If you got some disagreements, it's pinned. But this is absolutely insane.
Get up. Hurry up. Get up. Hurry up. Get up.
This man is on a walker, and they're forcing him up into a closet in his own home.
Had this been any other state, that lady would have came back with a shotgun.
Yeah,
Crazy.
she should have went in that closet and fucking came out guns blazing. I mean, golly. You have to have weapons stashed in your home, obviously in a safe space. This is because things like this can happen for sure.
Shout out to Mayo.
Wow. And they're sagging their pants, bro. They sagging their pants. These niggas are fucking huge. Look how tall this nigga is. He's goddamn 6'4", 6'3". I mean, his head is almost reaching the goddamn door frame. I mean, how scary is that? What's good, Fisherman?
What's up, dude?
What up, man? What do you think about this brazen robbery in LA?
I mean, it's LA, and you know these people probably asked for it, so fuck them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They begged for it. They begged for it, and that's what they're getting. What about Charleston White? You got any thoughts on Charleston White shooting himself in the club?
I mean, that sounds like something he would do, you know.
Yeah, I definitely like the Cheddar Bob reference from Soulja Boy, and it was real funny to see him respond. But I mean, this shit is absolutely ridiculous.
I guess Charleston beat all those other people to the punch that wanted to take him out, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I put in the thumbnail. I shot myself before the Super Gremlins could. Like, that shit is funny as hell. But it's absolutely insane that these dudes can just walk up in your crib and take whatever they want. So they took their phones, which you can literally track the phones, which is dumb as hell.
That's the funniest thing to me, when niggas be stealing phones. I don't know if they think about that shit. Like, that could easily be tracked. That shit crazy.
Exactly. God damn. Motherfuckers look like Slender Man in that bitch. Man, this is sad. And nobody can tell them nothing. Wow, they just took the whole safe.
God damn.
They took the whole safe.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. The Ring doorbell caught it too. Wow. This
There's
is
no fear
ridiculous.
amongst these fucking super gremlins, man. No
Oh,
fear
no.
at all.
No fear. They don't give a fuck, bro. They don't give a fuck. They've been emboldened. This
creates
is
poverty, not the other way around.
Yeah. This is what's going on, man. Seems like a lost cause, definitely. Because they keep defending Gavin Newsom, the communitized. As a matter of fact, I wanted to show you guys this as well. So we've got all this going on. Meanwhile, the communitized praising Governor Gavin Newsom for signing a bill, the AB 587 bill, that basically calls for social media censorship. They say it's social media transparency, but you know, it's just bullshit. Okay, it's just bullshit. So let me actually read what this bill is about real quick. Because this shit is getting scary, bro. They literally are gaining control of social media, and this is coming from the office of the governor, Gavin Newsom himself. Governor Gavin Newsom today announced that he has signed bipartisan landmark legislation aimed at protecting the well-being, data, and privacy of children using online platforms, AB 2273, by Assembler Buffy Wicks of Oakland, Democrat, Assembler Jordan Cunningham of San Luis, and let's see, establishes the California Age Appropriate Design Code Act, which requires online platforms to consider the best interest. Okay, I don't think this is the same thing. AB 2273. We're looking for AB 587. Okay, I don't know why the fuck they brought me that shit. Oh, they got the whole damn bill. How long is it? It's not that long. We can get through it. Okay, so AB 587. Existing laws require an operator of a commercial website or online service that collects personally identifiable information through the internet about individual consumers residing in California who use or visit its commercial website or online service to make its privacy policy available consumers as specified. The bill would require a social media company as defined to post their terms of service for each social media platform as defined, owned or operated by the company in a specified manner and with additional specified information subject to certain exceptions. The bill would define terms of service to mean a policy or set of policies adopted by a social media company that specifies at least the user behavior and activities that are permitted on the internet-based service owned or operated by the social media company, and the user behavior and activities that may subject the user or an item of content to be actioned as defined. The bill would also require the social media company to submit reports as specified starting no later than January 1st, 2024 to the Attorney General. The bill would specify the information required by the reports, including but not limited to the current version of the terms of service for each social media platform owned or operated by the company, specify categories of content and what policies the social media company has for the platform to address that content and data related to violations of the terms of service for each platform. And we all know the terms of service are extremely vague most of the time, so they can pretty much get you up off the platform for anything. The bill would require the Attorney General to make all terms of service reports submitted pursuant to those provisions available to the public in a searchable repository on its official internet website. The bill would state the intent of the legislator that a social media company that violates the above provisions shall be subject to meaningful remedies sufficient to induce compliance with these provisions and would specify civil penalties that a company should be liable for if the bill's provisions are violated, and how the attorney general or a city attorney may bring an action against violators. The bill would specify that the duties, obligations, remedies, and penalties imposed by the bill are cumulative to existing law. The people of the state of California do enact as follows. Section 1, it is the intent of the legislator that a social media company that violates this act shall be subject to meaningful remedies sufficient to induce compliance with this act. Section 2, Chapter 22.8 is added to Division 8 of the Business and Professions Code to read. Okay, so that's there. For purposes this chapter, the following definitions apply. Action means a social media company, due to suspended or confirmed violations of the terms of service, has taken some form of action, including but not limited to removal, demonetization, deprioritization, or banning against the relevant user or relevant item of content. And this is huge, bro. This is huge. I mean, guys, and this is in California, but I think that this might make its way across the whole state, or I mean the whole United States. They have the ability to remove, demonetize, deprioritize. So on TikTok, they love saying, oh, there's no such thing as shadow banning. There's no such thing as shadow banning. But what it is deprioritization of your channel, deprioritization of your content. That's what it is. So technically, they don't call it shadow ban up there in Silicon Valley. They call it deprioritization, because they can obviously remove your content, which if it violates community guidelines, they usually do, especially on TikTok. But, obviously the community guidelines are vague. So it's almost like everybody violates the community guidelines, but whoever they like, that's how they determine if you really violated the community guidelines or not. So we have removal. We've got demonetization, basically taking your ability to earn money on the platform, and deprioritization, which is one of the most discouraging things that you can go through as a content creator. As you see myself, I have been deprioritized not only on apps like YouTube, but apps like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. A lot of my accounts have been what they call deprioritized. And the reason why I know is because you see the analytics that it's only an upward trajectory. And then once they catch wind of you, once you're growing too quickly, boom, deprioritize this content. And now you are not able. I mean, even on TikTok, they have gone as far to remove my creator fund, which means I can't make money on TikTok at all. And this is something that is extremely demoralizing, especially when you're trying to get out a message like mine's. It's just wild how much power they have, y'all. And I know y'all see it in the comment section. I know y'all see it when you get unsubscribed from my channel. I know y'all see it when y'all don't get notifications from my channel. But Mr. Jake, you had something to say?
What I find interesting is that these people are the same ones that call us fascists. That's all I gotta say.
Right, exactly. And it's just like they're banning every type of free speech. And a lot of the guys that they're banning are really talented, really creative. And it's really just unfair.
This is a communist revolution that we're going through right now.
Yeah,
That's exactly
yeah. So
what it is.
Exactly.
So in communism, like when they're taking over and they're doing things obviously that people don't agree with, one of their tactics is to accuse their opposition of doing the things that they're doing, so that their opposition has to defend themselves against things they're not actually doing, and try to win back ground in the social sphere of opinion, if you know what I mean. Like if you're busy trying to prove you're not a fascist, you're not sexist, racist, whatever, then you're not actually winning in the realm of social opinion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, man. It's fucked up. And they can turn your shit off at the blink of an eye. And now they have the government's permission and backing to do so. Content means statements or comments made by users in media that are created, posted, shared, or otherwise interacted with by users on an internet-based service or application. 2, content does not include media put on a service or application exclusively for the purpose of cloud storage, transmitting files, or file collaboration. Public or semi-public internet-based service or application excludes a service or application used to facilitate communication with a business or enterprise among employees or affiliates of the business or enterprise, provided that access to the service or application is restricted to employees or affiliates of the business or enterprise using the service or application. Social media company means a person or entity that owns or operates one or more social media platforms. Social media platform means a public or semi-public internet-based service or application that has users in California and that meet both of the following requirement. 1, a substantial function of the service or application is to connect users in order to allow users to interact socially with each other within the service of application or application. B, a service or application that provides email or direct messaging services shall not be considered to meet this criteria on the basis of that function alone. 2, the service or application allows users to do the following: construct a public or semi-public profile for purposes of signing into and using the service or application. B, populate a list of other users with whom an individual shares a social connection with the system. C, create or post content viewable by other users, including but not limited to on message boards, in chat rooms, or through a landing page or main feed that presents the user with content generated by other users. F, terms of service means a policy or set of policies adopted by a social media company that specifies at least the user behavior and activities that are permitted on the internet-based service owned or operated by the social media company, and the user behavior and activities that may subject the user or an item of content to being actioned. A social media company shall post terms of service for each social media platform owned or operated by the company in a manner reasonably designed to inform all users of social media platforms of the existence and contents of the terms of service. The terms of service posted pursuant to subdivision A shall include all of the following: contact information for the purpose of allowing users to ask the social media company questions about the terms of service, which most of these social media companies do not get back to you at all. A description of the process that users must follow to flag content, groups, or other users that they believe violate the terms of service and the social media company's commitments on response and resolution time. 3, a list of potential actions that social media companies may take against an item or content of content or a user, including but not limited to removal, demonetization, deprioritization, or banning. And that is the scary part. C, the terms of service posted pursuant to subdivision A shall be available in all Medi-Cal threshold languages as defined in subdivision C of section 12.8552 of the Health and Safety Code, in which the social media platforms offer product features, including but not limited to menus and prompts. On a semi-annual basis, in accordance with subdivision B, a social media company shall submit to the Attorney General a terms of service report. That the terms of service report shall include, for each social media platform owned or operated by the company, all of the following: 1, the current version of the terms of service of the social media platform. 2, if a social media company has filed its first report, a complete and detailed description of any changes to the terms of service since the previous report. 3, a statement of whether the current version of the terms of service defines each of the following categories of content, and if so, the definitions of those categories, including any subcategories: hate speech or racism, extremism or radicalization, disinformation or misinformation, harassment, foreign political interference. Wow. So who is supposed to be determining what qualifies as what? That's my main issue with that. I mean, and they're it looks like they're throwing in a $15,000 fine per violation. Wow. So if they deem that you are promoting or you have somebody on your social media platform that they don't like, then they will indeed fine you $15,000 per offense, which could get really pricey. So it's like they're gonna have to start banning every fucking body, and it's funny because black people are gonna be the ones who are going to be affected the most because we're the most provocative on social media. But you have people in these comments section who are basically praising him. Okay, so they say, let's see. Okay, so a lot of people thought this meant that he died. This sister says, run for president. Black women will 100% vote Gavin Newsom in. Somebody said he never misses. These people are just fucking dumb. Somebody said he's actually the worst. He still has California under state of emergency for COVID or CV. Clown. Trump lost cope. Oh, they're saying Trump lost cope with it. Trump lives rent free in your mind. At least some, unlike you. Okay, so they're going back and forth on that one. Some sister said he's fine AF, and that's all you really need for him to get your vote, even though he would most likely never sleep with yo ass. Okay. I clutched my pearls, got darn false alarm. Okay, so they thought he was actually passed away. Some other brother said he needs to run for president, please. Wow. This is the mindset of the community, bro.
I think a lot of these comments are fake.
No, bro. This sister says, I don't care what y'all say. That man is fine. And this is a real life woman. Okay. Real life.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're all fake, but I know that for a fact there's a lot of comment like bot farms pushing out stuff like that.
I don't know, bruh. This is a blue check mark saying Big Gav be changing shit, and they're happy about that. Let's see. Somebody said some of these folks want him gone. SMDH. They're wow.
Fisherman, I think you underestimate the actual idiocy of these BWs in California.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I know they're retarded. I know they're retarded, but I also know there's a lot of algorithmic bots that go around and like upvote stuff and puts like troll type stuff.
Yeah, but there are also people who are like they're bots as well. Like it's like they move in a certain way where they have to fall in line with all of the thought processes that I guess a stereotypical Sun person would think, and you know it shows.
It's definitely a hive. It's a hive. Like none of these people could read you one line out of this bill.
Right, exactly. They don't care. They don't care, man. That's the problem. So one sister says, please make an act to help all those homeless people find homes and employment as well in California while also making all these bills. Somebody says, if I'm running for president was a person. Wow. Let's see.
Do you think he would really stand a chance if he ran for president?
Oh, yes.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate, but people still are rushing. I mean, most ignorant people. I mean, anybody who has, but that's the thing. Most people in the States are kind of slow or kind of behind the wheel. And anybody who has any type of intelligence is moving out of California, like the bigwigs, the people with money. But a lot of people are rushing to California because they still think that LA is where your dreams come true. So people are still going to California. I think there's more of an exodus than people going in. But I mean, I see women on my TL every day talking about, oh, finally got an opportunity in LA, moving there soon, like all this shit. I'm like, God damn. But so yeah, I definitely think that that people, especially the community, would vote him in. I mean, I would see we would have a super high voter turnout, and we would have sisters rushing to the poll voting him in. I really do believe that.
He's got charisma. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a politician. He's a good politician. His policies fucking suck, though. You know what I'm saying? He's got the look. Retarded. He's a politician. He's in bed with all the right people, but his policies are trash. Okay. And honestly, like him and his wife were actually defending Harvey Weinstein and shit when that stuff was going down, and people just glossed over that. You know what I'm saying? Like his wife was saying, oh, Harvey Weinstein's a good guy. Like what? But anyways, they said, LOL, people in the comments thinking this is good when it's just more censorship and controlling the narrative of what information is available for you to review. Yep. Let's see what they are retorting to that one. Somebody says exactly. Another says, it's not, though. This law would hopefully provide clarity on that. No, you're an idiot. Another woman says exactly that. Somebody says the hypocrisy these creatures have and audacity to have double speak. Many can't read the codes. Okay, I don't really understand what they meant by that. I'm lost, not sure how they can think this is a good thing. For real, a violation of our freedom of speech. Yep. Somebody says controlling the masses plus info. Okay, that's good. So we got 2 people so far.
I mean, think about what he said about electric vehicles. Like he's fucking crazy.
Yeah. We're gonna phase out all gas run vehicles. That shit is insane.
I mean, like at this point, they haven't even phased them out, and they still can't. Like they can't charge the cars that they are using because the grid is taxed.
Yeah, this woman says Americans just don't mind giving away their freedoms. Wonder if this comment will survive censorship. Well, it got 9 likes, and then they said Black Americans, and somebody corrected her and said asterisk Black Americans. So fucking right, man, and that's the scariest part. And then she replies, it's going to take more than Black Americans to repudiate the Constitution. I mean, but we're infiltrating the government in so many waves, and the political correctness is going to apply pressure. And a lot of that political correctness is coming from the community. So I think he was, and obviously it's glider liberals who are leading a lot of this charge. But a lot of them know what they're doing, and they're doing this on purpose. It's not like they're giving their freedoms away because they're elites. They're going to have more freedom when we have less freedom. Okay. But for us, we're just falling in line with this shit. And I mean, it can get real political in the comments section. I'll read a few more. I don't know. It's giving me communist vibes. Facts. Bro, I thought somebody keeps saying he passed away. They thought he passed away because of the picture. Somebody says y'all missing the backdoor play. Eho decides, I guess he meant he who decides what's false, or who decides what's false information. Okay, this only protects powerful people of influence to make sure they never get exposed by independent journalism and Project Veritas. Yes, wow, okay. So and somebody says they still sleep. Yeah, man. Americans, you could feed them their own guts. They wouldn't care. SMH. Finally, somebody said something smart about it. Wow, a bill that will silence your First Amendment right. Okay, so you might have been right. Like the top comments that were promoted were, oh, we're all for this. We're all for this. But then once you start scrolling down to the bottom, people are like, oh, censorship.
Yeah,
okay?
You see what I'm saying? I think that's by design. Like, I'm not saying there's not people that are not retarded enough to believe this, but I think there's some design to it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like the comments that are promoted the most are all in favor for it. And then the comments that are getting less likes are at the bottom. But this sister right here says, I'm ready to vote at the polls. This man breeds results. And this is a Black woman. Let's see if somebody corrected her. Name one thing he's done good for California. Worst state ever. And then he said, clown coon. So he called her a coon. Yes, in the cyberbullying, please, for these children. This is retarded. It has nothing to do with cyberbullying. Sounds like censorship to me. If your words aren't causing literal harm, you should be left alone despite opinions. Yes. So somebody else said run for president. So guys, what do y'all think? Do y'all think the community has completely fallen for this stuff, or you half and half on it? But I think they fell for it hook, line, and sinker, especially when it comes to the Gavin Newsom shit. I mean, but there's a lot of censorship going on. I mean, even if you look at my channel, dude, how does it make sense that a channel like mine, and I know a lot of people are just completely not getting the notifications at all, but how does it make sense that a channel like mine, I've got 6.3K subs, almost 6.4K subs, and I can barely get 20 people in the live.
Yeah, they put the cap on you and Ak at about the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe him a
Yeah.
little before you, but they definitely capped both of y'all.
Yeah. I mean, this shit is crazy. It really is, brother. They have complete control of the narrative. Um, it really is disheartening. Like, unless like you just like completely fucking go viral or some shit, you're pretty much going to be stuck at a certain state, especially on these apps. Like, they'll literally unfollow people. Like on my TikTok, they were unfollowing like 100 people a week. It was
Yeah.
like, wow.
They've unsubscribed me from a lot of stuff I follow. Just randomly, it's just gone, and I have to go find it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, this shit is fucking ridiculous, bro.
They banned my old YouTube account just for comments I was putting.
Yeah,
and I can't.
that's
I can't
how they
super
do.
chat. I can't super chat anymore either.
Yeah, sometimes my super chats get blocked too, but I mean, sometimes you have to rephrase it. I don't know. It's a lot of shit going on that, you know, unless I'm behind that computer looking at the code that they're implementing to throttle people's content, I don't even know. Like, with this internet shit, it's almost like you can't really prove that they're throttling your shit, but you know the numbers don't make sense, you know?
Right. There's never gonna be a time when someone comes to your door and it's like, let me explain to you what happened. You're just gonna have to kind of reverse engineer it as best you can.
Yeah. And that's why I think they were so afraid of what Tate did, because Andrew Tate, because he had random people who had nothing to do with him posting his content everywhere, and they did not like that. So now they're implementing like facial recognition software so that if you post anything and it recognizes his face, like they'll throttle it or they'll just outright ban it. Because on YouTube, really, you're not even supposed to have somebody who is banned on your account, but you see Tate is still doing interviews on YouTube. So those people are, you know, pretty much breaking community guidelines. But it doesn't matter because, you know, they just wanted Tate. They didn't want everybody else who was interviewing him. They wanted Andrew Tate, you know, so.
Yeah, he had a lot of not kosher opinions, and that was a problem.
Yeah.
They need to keep the youth in a bubble, you know. They can't let he was speaking a lot to, like, you know, the younger generation of men mostly, and
yeah,
they got to keep us in a bubble.
Yeah, man. And it's really, especially when you are, I mean, for him, it's a little different because he's like filthy rich or whatever. But when you're not that type of person, and you know, you want to stay motivated to continue to make content, it's really discouraging. And that's what they want from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want you to get down on yourself, and they want
they want you to give up.
Yeah, they want you to doubt. And it's just like, man, you know, some days I'll wake up and I'll be like, are they gonna fucking, you know, monetize my video today, or are they gonna do this or do that, or, you know, are my analytics gonna change? And then sometimes I don't give a fuck. I just, you know, love covering the content. But it really is hard, especially for your morale, for your channel, man. You're just like, wow, I put in all this work and it's not really translating. So, you know, I definitely encourage people to keep going. You know, find that niche and just keep working. But with them putting out this bill and the power that they have, and most of these social media companies come from Silicon Valley anyway. Okay. Most of these social medias come from Silicon Valley anyway. So they have to abide by these laws just because their company is based in that state. And I think this is done on purpose, you see, because now it's not just a California thing. If the company operates outside of California, they have to follow this law. And that's pretty much every fucking company, every social media company. I mean, that's Google, which owns YouTube. You know, all the fucking dating apps. I mean, that's everything. That's literally everything. But I've got video. This is just breaking news. Blueface, I guess he punched Christine Rock, his girlfriend who's been beating his ass over and over again. But he punched her in the face, or punched her dad in the face or something like that. Knocked him out, knocked her father out. So we gonna watch.
Blueface is right down on him. He just knocked his ass out. Oh shit.
So this is, it looks like they're at some type of hotel. You have a whole bunch of black people outside screaming, acting a fool, about to get in a fight. This looks like a very nice hotel. These are affluent blacks. These are people who have money. These are supposed to be rich people who got some damn sense, got some class, but they up here fighting in front of a five-star hotel. Who does that? Who does that, man?
Hey.
And it looks like this is a fight between two women that maybe escalated. Oh, wow. Look how masculine these women are, and they want us to cuff this. She is barking. She got orange fucking hair, and they want us to wife this.
Any black man who is with a woman who's not
I refuse.
an African herself is going to have a difficult time getting respect from me. I believe black men need to be with black women. The black family is under attack. Only 1 out of every 4 black women gets married. The black woman is last likely to get married. She's the last married, the first divorced. We have what? 2/3 of our children being raised by working class and impoverished single black female-led households. The destruction of a nation begins in the home of its families. And if we want to save black people, we have to save the black family. And in order to do that, black men have to commit themselves to black women.
Whew, this is crazy.
Why should anybody respect Umar?
You said what?
Why should anybody respect Umar?
Yeah, he got a lot going on. You know, I fuck with some of the things Umar says, but then when it's just like sometimes he be off point.
Right.
But like I think there are points that you can agree with from people, and then points that you disagree with from people. But overall, I did a stream even where he was talking about the sisters and their standards and what they like in men. I mean, he knows what the fuck is going on. But my issue is he doesn't tell the truth, and he's definitely big pandering, and that doesn't help us at all.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's his biggest problem, is he is too much pandering.
Yeah, it doesn't help. Like he doesn't call it how he sees it. He calls it how the community wants him to see it, and I think that's an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like in a situation like this, somebody could have got shot.
Blueface is right down on him.
Yeah, so it looked like Blueface knocked her daddy out or something. I mean, and I don't even know why they would be mad at him, because she puts hands on him. I ain't never seen him fight back at her. She be putting hands on him. But it's just crazy, y'all. We got 23 people in the building. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I wanted to go live on this Friday because I'm trying to go live more. Got some more bangers that I'm going to put together. Got some more videos that I'm going to put together, but probably going to take a break for the rest of the day just because I'm a little tired, and YouTube playing with my numbers again. You feel me? So I'm just gonna catch up on some videos tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, any last thoughts you guys have on the Charleston White situation, Gavin Newsom, Blueface, whatever, the robbery in LA, whatever you guys think? Last thoughts?
Well, I would say first thing, everybody should own a holster if you have a gun. That's first off. If you're carrying a pistol in a fucking holster. And as for Blueface, I mean, niggas wasn't respecting his crippin', man. It be like that, man. It be like that. It be like that.
Facts.
All right, Gen Z, you be safe, brother.
All right,
you too, Fisherman.
Adios.
All right, so any last words, Fisherman? Oh, he already did. All right, guys. Well, you know, just a quick one. Wanted to get that out there before we kept it moving. You know, support the channel. Also, obviously, merch link is in the description box below. BGZM News 17, we stream from as well. Support the channel. Check it out. Woo! It's been a long day, but I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you guys coming in here, showing some love. Super Traps, PayPals, Cash Apps, greatly appreciated. You already know what it is, man. We are going to send it off to Jenquavius to take us away. Peace, guys.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dogs. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo! Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Hey, I'm on that Hugh Hefner shit, man. If I ever was to have to go sit down 20, 25 years, the time they let you sit at home with your family, I'm bound to go get my motherfucking breast dead. I'm bound to get my titty dead so I can do my 25 year with hoes. Have me some fun, man. I don't get tired. Okay.
Oh, look at Daddy.
He's not my dad, Mom.
Really, Ava?
He's not. My dad's in jail and I miss him.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.